Hey guys, this is VG100 speaking. So basically, when I met Sylvester, I thought I knew a lot about the market and how it basically operates and moves. But then when Sylvester started showing me some pointers here and there and teaching me what the market comprises of, I realized that I knew nothing about the market. I only had an idea of what the market is. I only knew the definition of forex basically. So when he picked my account, it was having 22.24 USD, but then the actual amount which was funded, it was having 19.74 USD. The reason is that I was trading currency pairs. I was afraid of Nasdaq 100 because the account was small, and without sniper entries which Sylvester provides, my account was gonna blow. So but then I approached him about this issue, so he gave me the first signal of buying Nasdaq this Monday, the 7th of October, and here was the signal.
You can, bruh, buy Nasdaq right now. You can buy it.
And the TP was 7754.07. So we continued talking about this. So my question was, should I wait for TP or not? Because I was in fear that the account was small, so I couldn't wait for TP. So I kept on scalping NAS, though I knew the entry was perfect. The entry was sniper. So I end up missing out on a lot of cash because of my small account. So we continued talking. So here was when it eventually went into profit. So we kept on talking. So some of the positions I had to close them. See. So this was when I was scalping it because I had no choice. But the choice that I had, which I knew was the one which was solid, it was holding the first entry, the sniper entry that he first provided me with, which I did not. I mean, you had to be a good listener, of course. If you don't listen, then somewhere, somehow, you gotta be punished, you gotta be penalized. So I was penalized by making a small profit, of course. So the conversation continued, whereby we were talking about the things happening. So from 22.24 USD to 29.55 USD, as you can see in I think it was about a few hours from then. So we continued talking. Then here it was still the same. I was still holding Nasdaq. The thing with Sylvester that I like is that he holds Nasdaq, because some traders just scalp Nasdaq, whereby they enter with big lot size, immediately they profit, they close. But then to Sylvester, that's another story. Sylvester, the first words that he said to me that I'll never forget was, in Nasdaq we buy long, then when coming to selling we sell short. Simple. If you don't realize this, check how the market moves when you trade in Nasdaq. You'd realize that these are the exact weight on how the market moves. Basically, you should be scalping a sell for Nasdaq, not a buy. So we went on talking, and here it was still the same. We talked. Then he gave me another signal of Euro USD sell, which also profited. But then yeah, here it is. We kept on talking. Then he gave me the TP, which hit the TP. So the conversation continued. Here it was me showing him where my buy was, and then this buy I opened it from 12 midnight or 1 past 1, around there. So he told me that that buy would go on to that 7754.07 TP, which I first mentioned. Then I couldn't believe it, right? So I put on a stop loss whereby my entry was. So the TP is still the 7754.70. So I've placed a temporary lock or stop loss just because the buy went above my level of entry. So to protect my small profit, I've put the stop loss above the sell entry, few pips from there. So we continue talking. Here it was the buy passing the entry, and you can see the stop loss and the TP. So from then the account was in 35.9 USD. And remember that it was in 22.74 USD. So imagine the money made. And I wasn't holding, I was scalping. So imagine if the account was huge, maybe it had maybe 80 USD or maybe 100 USD. Probably I was gonna open a 0.02 lot, but here I was using 0.01. So from then we talked. Here it was still the same, but then I had to improvise and I opened silver. But then the problem is that my account was freezed. My whole platform was frozen due to the issue of JP markets and stuff. But then let's not focus on that. So I closed my trades, Nasdaq together with silver. So it went from that 35.9 USD to 747.91 USD. So we kept on talking and stuff. He was telling me what to do, coaching me, guiding me each and every step of the way. So eventually he gave me a signal. Then I opened a buy for Nasdaq. But then there were other positions of buy which I opened before, just that I didn't screenshot them. So here it was on 53.66, but then previously it was on 47 USD. So we went on. This buy went into profit. I opened another pair. So yeah, everything basically was going well. Then from that 53 USD, it went into 70.26, and that's because it hit that TP of 7754.07, the TP which he gave me around 12 midnight when the market opened today on Monday. So yeah, here he instructed me to take a profit when I see one. So basically right now the account is on 71.11 USD and with 3 running trades. And this sell which I opened, I wasn't given by him. I just analyzed using his knowledge, then I executed. So basically this guy is golden. Ever since I met him, I learned a lot of things, because recently I was blowing consecutive accounts, but then since he came to me, he made me know what the market comprises of, what the market does, and when it does it actually. So I'll be riding a buy out of nowhere it reverses into a sell, passes my entry into a huge loss, and I wouldn't mind. You know why? Because of what Sylvester taught me. So basically this guy is golden. I hope some of you realize which ones are the best, because this one, he's a godsend, guys.